I gotta tell you, in writing and producing this video, I can't tell you how many times I had to change my At the end of this video, in the final thoughts, I have 3 bonus materials that every high-value woman needs to know. Have you ever met a woman that seems to have it all? Opportunities present themselves to her, and she seems to be pursued by good fortune and excellent guys all the time. A high-value woman who is not just exceptional, but also in high demand because of the way she carries herself. So what actually classifies a woman as high value? Here are 4 traits for a high-value woman to get any man she wants. Oh, excuse me. Number 1, freaking beautiful. And guess what? The outer beauty has nothing to do with your dress size. I'll prove it. Take the British singer Adele. See her plus size photo? Beautiful. Now take a look at her weight loss photo. Also beautiful. I also love the quote that Sophia Loren gives. I'd rather eat pizza and drink wine than be a size 0. Brilliant. A beautiful woman takes care of herself. My grandma and mom always said, it's okay to be poor, but it's one thing to be dirty. Take pride in your appearance. Beauty is currency. Have an aura around you. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but you're well kept in your hair, you have a facial routine, you take care of your eyebrows, your roots, nails, everything about yourself is well kept. Your overall outer performance, your outer beauty says it all. This includes health and fitness and mental health. Number 2, embrace your femininity. Men love this. Now, I hate to say this, but it's gotta be said. Some women view masculinity up here, and some women view femininity down here. And they're always trying to be up, catch up to the masculinity, to raise yourself, to be equals. Some women also view femininity up here and masculinity down here, and they want men to transform towards the femininity. With this video, and what a high-value woman looks at femininity is femininity and masculinity are equals. And what happens is it's equal but different, so it becomes yin and yang. You want to be strong but not bossy. You have a softness to you, nurturing, loving, and kindness. You're interesting. You're caring about other people. You're easy to be around. High-value men look for enjoyment with their high-value woman. So watch your vibe. Relax. Bring happiness to the relationship. You find happiness on your own. You see the bright side of things. You're lighthearted. You have life and depth, tactful and thoughtfulness. You're an asset to your partner and for those around you. You're proud to be shown off. You contribute versus what's in it for me. Women want to be you. You're wise counsel and you're always a pleasure to be around. You encourage others to be their best. You light up every room. You're uplifting and you're supportive, loving and compassionate. You're connected more to the heart. You're supportive and you bring value. And you accept value. Building together, you work to complement your partner and not to compete. Whew, loving it. Number 3, you're self-aware, which leads to maturity. You recognize that you have strengths and weaknesses. You're in tune with your feelings and you use them to grow. You have emotional intelligence. You have a high EQ. You don't play any games. You have no time for that. You're empathetic and you're not stringing people along. You're self-aware. You're able to apologize. You're not entitled like a princess. You have effective communication. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. You understand yourself and aware of your surroundings. You're discerning. You don't settle and you're always learning. You have a great attitude. You're not focused on what other people have to say. You do a lot of reading. You're developing a new skill. You're responsible and you provide grace in tough situations. In an argument, you show maturity. You're not flaky and you recognize the fact that you can't change a man. You don't play with men's hearts. You're in his corner. Men feel like they can be vulnerable around you. You're not fighting with everyone. You're desired by high-value men and others. You're looking to build an empire together. You have social skills. People are proud to be with you. You have listening skills and connection skills, and you're willing to be wrong. Number 4, self-respect leads to high self-esteem. Respect yourself. You decide what's right for you. You know your goals. You're not getting walked all over. You have a clean house, self-love and self-respect. You're not depending on a man for validation and happiness. You're not looking for completeness because you're already complete. You already know what you can do to fix yourself. You're not lazy and you know your well-being. You do more than the minimum. Goals are clear and direct, and you don't settle for low-value men. You have your own needs, and you don't waste time with the wrong people. You believe in yourself, and you know your net worth. You have a great life, and you're healthy, and you have a self-esteem. You're a confident woman with standards, and you surround yourself with high-quality, high-value women. You form the right relationships. You know that a man doesn't want you all the time, and you can't be the man's sole happiness. You're able to disagree, and you don't need approval from others. Motivation comes from within. You're not bored, and you know the meaning of life. You have hobbies and passions. You appreciate your alone time. You believe in your own abilities, clear in your values. You're a good person. You're relied on, and you don't provide drama. You can express yourself. You're transparent and authentic, loyal and focused on the long-term goal, and you're loyal to people around you. Some final thoughts, some bonus material, like I said, that did not make the list. And it's good to know because a high-value man will judge you. They are not everything, and it can be made in a separate video, but they are derived from the list. Number 1, you tend to order off the menu, and often you are late. Could be potential red flags, perhaps even major red flags. The opposite is also true. Back in the day, call it 25 years ago, before the little keypad, for your car to unlock your door, you had to go on one side of the car, passenger side, let the woman in, come around the car, and let yourself in. The major green flag back then was if the girl reached across to the driver's side and actually unlocked the door for you. I look back at that, and those were great relationships. Same is true today. If you're ordering off the menu often, and I'm not talking from a physical standpoint, like you're gluten-free, peanut allergies, something of major concern. I'm talking like, oh, I need a half of this little sauce and on this on the side, put a little bit extra here, and can you do this? And what about that? Can I substitute? And you're just a complete pain at the date, right? Oh, I got this wind blowing on me here. Oh, the lighting over here. You're just high maintenance, and that could be a potential disaster for a high value man. And if you're often late, it is a major turnoff because now that person can't see you going out and doing things that are already scheduled. So it's something to be keep in mind in the back of your head. And number 2, you and your man need to answer both these questions because a high value man will know these answers and perhaps will ask you these questions at some point. And I narrowed it down to 3 questions that I often ask people. Number 1, what did you learn and overcome since your divorce? Now the key here is I'm looking for something within. If you say, now I know better not to marry a butthole, right? That's an outside thing. We're looking for something that's on the inside. So a high value woman will know that. Why? Because she's evaluated herself and overcome certain things. A high value man will also do this. Number 2, what do I need to be sympathetic to that you're still struggling with? Again, I'm looking for an answer on the inside, not something on the outside that has to do with your ex or a previous boyfriend. For example, I'm looking for an answer like this. Hey, you know what? I require from a man, I need a man to listen to me, right? Where I'm actually guilty is when he's talking, we're in a heated discussion or so forth, I'm actually thinking about what I'm gonna say next. I'm actually thinking how I'm gonna counter this guy. So I'm not actually listening to him. So I am currently working with that. So if you see me do that in an argument, just kind of roll with me and be sympathetic, knowing that I'm trying to get through that. Oh, right on. Of course I want to be sympathetic towards that. You recognize that you've already conquered something, and now in step number 2, you have another thing that you're looking to conquer, but you haven't fully conquered it yet. So that's noble, that's bold. And in your defense, you should be asking the man that question too. Number 3, what are some of your flaws that for right now, again, keyword right now, that I just need to suck up and deal with because that's just who you are right now? Great question. Great question to ask, great question to answer. And you'll find that if a high value woman, again, has already accomplished some things, there's currently something that she's struggling with and needs sympathy for, and then another thing that she just hasn't addressed yet. So for example, you know, Mike, there's this one thing, blah, 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 and I need you to suck it up for right now. And I want to deal with this particular situation later. Hey, guess what? I'm fully aware of that. So I know she's fully aware, so it helps me give her grace later on. And then again, a high value woman would ask these questions to another man because they want to see, are they a high value man? Bonus video, the low value man. A high value woman, when she clicks on this video, will laugh. Why is that? Because she's thinking in her mind, there is no way that I can be stuck with someone like this. Unfortunately for some of you, I describe the man you're currently with. So be sure to click on the description field and download my free Renaissance Woman's Guide. Please like this video and hit the subscribe button and forward this video to a loved one. And then watch the low value man video for enjoyment or reality.